Hello everyone and welcome back to another StarCraft 2 commentary with EXO, and this is going to be game number 3 from the Justin TV quarterfinals, Justin TV Invitational quarterfinals between EG.IdrA spawning as the green Zerg at the 7 o'clock position, and over here at the 5 o'clock position we have ROOT.Minigun spawning as the red Protoss. Now obviously this is a best of 3, and the score, since we are in game 3, the score is tied 1-1. And I just have to say, obviously some spoilers incoming, but about the previous game, I just have to say that that strategy was simply brilliant from Minigun. I'm not exactly sure when these games were played, if these games were played after the OGSMC versus July GSL finals. I don't know exactly, but I don't think so, or maybe on the same day. But anyway, Minigun did basically the same thing that MC did in one of those games versus July. Basically canceled the Nexus that looked like an expansion, like a normal a normal expansion build from a Protoss player, and just went straight ahead with a 4-gate push. So very good play over there from Minigun, greatly executed. This map is going to be ICCup Fighting Spirit, so you guys probably, most of you aren't that familiar with that map. I'm just going to be talking a little bit about the map at the start of the game before these guys get their builds up and going. So your main is quite large, I'd say, especially it extends a little bit into that side. So this ramp over here is very easy to defend, a narrow ramp. The natural located just below your exit ramp from your base, and then we have these there's like a crossroads over here. This one extends all the way into the middle of the map, and this road goes up to your second natural, so to speak. So this is quite easy to defend. The choke is not that wide, and you'll have to excuse me. I told you guys I'm really I have issues with my throat and my lungs, so yeah, you have to excuse me. So as I was saying, looks like IdrA does want to fast expand on this map, and Minigun won't quite let him. He is moving this probe around, but no, the hatchery does not go down. The probe is still wiggling its tail over here. You know, does it have a tail? It looks like it has a tail, doesn't it? There's a tiny little triangle there at the back, and it looks like IdrA has had enough of this probe back and forth movement, and he's getting those links and the queen, and is probably going to send another drone. Yep, there we go. The links are almost out. They'll probably chase the probe away. Let's see if Minigun is going to try and lay down a pylon over here. No, doesn't look like it. The expansion is going up again. 20 supply for IdrA. And yes, I was talking about the map. I didn't get to talk about this. This is very interesting. There's no Zolnaga towers on this map, none whatsoever, but we have these destructible rocks in the middle, and this is very interesting. If you can see, there are 2 gold expansions, so to speak, on either side, so you can mine a lot of minerals from this. This is 12 gold mineral patches, so that's huge. That is a lot of income. If you can get that base in the middle of the map and secure it after you take down the rocks, you can ensure yourself a great, it's like having 2.5, almost 3 normal bases just mining off this one, especially if you're Terran and you lay down mules on this one. The income is just crazy. So looks like IdrA did manage to get this one drone inside Minigun's base. He will see the double gas. I'm pretty sure he saw the double gas. Let's see. Yep, he did. So let's see what IdrA decides to do. So far, looks like Minigun is laying down additional gateways. IdrA sees this. Obviously, no, actually, IdrA does not see that. Let's just make sure. Yep, he does not see that. So, these gateways, IdrA has no idea what's happening. Really doesn't know what build Minigun is going for right now. He does have his expansion up, and is going for a evolution chamber. He has Zergling speed almost done. Let's see if he's going to go for melee attacks level 1 again, which is something very weird from IdrA. I haven't really seen him play like this. And let's see. Yep, there we go. Melee attacks level 1 on the way for IdrA. And is he going to insist a lot on this Zergling play? Now, obviously, if the Protoss player gets a lot of sentries, Zerglings are really they become almost useless, especially if those sentries are accompanied by zealots and stalkers. Most of the zealots are very good against Zerglings. So we're just gonna have to see. Looks like Minigun is indeed getting a lot of sentries right now. He probably suspects that IdrA is going to go for for some Zergling play, but even if he does not, it's just as good, I would say, against Roaches or Hydras or anything like that. Force fields are just so great. As we can see, I mean, if you guys, I'm pretty sure everyone here, or most of you guys that are into StarCraft and watch tournaments online and stuff like that, have seen the GSL finals, so you could see just how strong force fields are in the hands of a very good player. So yep, looks like Minigun is going for his own expansion right now. I don't think he's going to cancel this, but IdrA being extra careful, he wants to scout this out. He wants to know if this Nexus is going to be canceled, because he doesn't want to die to the same build. And so far, no aggression from any of these players, really, just both of them executing their builds, and that's pretty much it. And yeah, actually I had to pause the replay right there because it was copying like crazy. It is really annoying what I have right now. It really is eating into my ability to cast games, so you guys will just have to bear with me. Looks like IdrA does have a pretty big number of Zerglings right now. He needs to be careful though, because if these Zerglings get caught on the other side by some well-placed force fields, then he is going to lose a lot of those Zerglings. And Hallucination on the way for Minigun. This is interesting. I don't know if he's going to use this just for scouting purposes to get that, you know, that fast Phoenix, hallucinated Phoenix to scout what IdrA is doing. I think he's going to be doing exactly that. And there we go, the Phoenix is up, headed towards IdrA's base right now. A Forge on the way, Chrono boosting the level 1 weapons upgrade for his ground units. He does have 4 warp gates, no robotics facility whatsoever. So let's see, the Phoenix is inside IdrA's base right now. It is going to be scouting exactly what IdrA is doing. It is going to see that there is there's a Baneling nest up, so that is going. But you know, the thing is, these Banelings, they're so tricky to use in ZVP matchups, because those force fields make it so hard for the Banelings to actually do their job. But I mean, I've seen a lot of Baneling drop play lately, and wait, just hold on a second, let's see, there we go. So oh my and this is exactly what I was talking about. Good force fields taking down so many Zerglings, basically just free kills, so you can see just how powerful these force fields are. Now, what I was saying before, I can't actually remember what I was saying, but yeah, it's just oh yeah, I was talking about the fact that Baneling drops have been used much more lately. I've seen this on ladder in some games, getting Overlord speed and drop, and just dropping Banelings on top of the Protoss army, because that's the only real way you can circumvent force fields, because force fields are just so good. You have to resort to something that will work, and dropping those Banelings inside the Protoss army is a very effective way of getting damage into the Protoss army ball, but obviously sometimes not the best. So sometimes if the Protoss player does spread his army out, and if he has a lot of armored units, you need a lot of Banelings to actually do significant damage to the Protoss. But looks like Minigun is going to move across right now. A lot of Zerglings and Banelings over here, and good force fields over there. Looks like though some Banelings are going to make it out. Oh, a lot of Zealots getting taken out of there. Good play from IdrA, but at the same time, great force fields from Minigun, basically surrounding himself with all these force fields, and the Banelings exploding but doing absolutely no damage. IdrA, I think, is raging really hard right now. I know I would, it doesn't even matter, but I mean, that engagement was really in the favor of Minigun. Of course, he lost some Zealots, but I mean, at what cost? IdrA lost so many units, and he keeps on making Banelings. Looks like IdrA is determined to play with this style, to use a lot of Banelings in his game versus the Protoss, but he's not getting Overlord speed and he's not getting drop, and I would really like him to, I would really like it if he could get I think he already got Overlord speed though. Let's just check out. Yep, indeed, but he did not get the drop yet, the drop ability for Overlords. That is really the only way you can get your units in there if the Protoss is going to use that many force fields. And obviously, if he does surround himself with force fields like that, and you have some Banelings to drop on top, obviously those Banelings are going to do damage to so many units, so that's a really great strategy to use. Anyway, meantime, looks like Robotics Bay has been laid down. First Colossus is out, and Thermal Lance is on the way as well. Minigun getting pretty scary army right now. He is on 2 bases. He's getting a very stable, and I mean, he has no issues when it comes to income. He's getting a 3rd base as well. Obviously, IdrA did get his 3rd a long time ago, but I don't know if it's going to help him that much, because he seriously lost a lot of his army back then. Let's take a look at the at the supply count right now. 120 supply for Minigun, over 95, 98 right now. 100 for IDrA. So IDrA is getting some units of his own right now, but he is insisting so much on this unit composition. He's getting a Spire. Obviously, you want to have some Corruptors to deal with those Colossus, but it's all going to come down to how well Minigun places those force fields, and we can see that he's getting additional sentries. So he really wants to use those force fields, especially against all these Banelings. There's still no draw for Overlords right now, and Minigun is pushing across the map. This might be very, very bad for IDrA. Let's see if he can hold off this attack. This is going to be huge. And, well, taking down all these creep tumors, not being greedy at all. Minigun just stopping the creep spread from IDrA. Great play from Minigun, being really patient right now. He still wants to get more units. I'm not exactly sure. I think he had a pretty good timing window over there where he could attack, but right now IDrA is getting a lot of Corruptors, so those Corruptors are going to be very good against those Colossus. Also, Blink on the way, and weapons level 2 for Minigun, a third Colossus on the way as well, but I don't think these Colossus are going to be really worth it. IDrA is going to have a lot of Corruptors up. Where are those Corruptors actually? Let's take a look at unit counting station. So 6 Corruptors right now, plus another 2 in production. That's going to be 8 Corruptors in total. So yep, IDrA is probably going to be able to take care of these Colossus, but will he be able to take care of the gateway units? He has no Hydras at all. Looks like he's getting an Infestation Pit. I don't know if he wants to take to Hive or if he wants to actually get some Infestors. Looks like so far he did research level 2 melee upgrades and is getting level 2 armor right now. He's probably going to want to transition into Ultralisk, so getting that Infestation Pit to get a Hive up, I'm not exactly sure. We're just gonna have to see. He's expanding over here as well, so that's a fourth base for IDrA. Also placing Overlords at all these other expansions and laying down creep to make sure that he can slow down Minigun's expansion as much as he can. But I don't think it matters that much since Minigun is already on 3 bases and he has all the income he needs to get that really strong army that Protoss players want to have when facing a Zerg opponent. He's also getting a Dark Shrine. This is pretty interesting. We're probably going to see some sort of harass with Dark Templars on these peripheral hatcheries. He's probably going to try and take down IDRA's hatcheries as even at the same time while he maybe will try a major push. So that's also a very good time to attack with your Dark Templar at some distant expansions when you're attacking with the bulk of your army. So this Overlord is going to try to scout something, but he doesn't see that much. He sees the Temple Archives. I'm pretty sure he saw the Dark Shrine as well. Let's just take a look. Indeed, I'm not sure if he clicked on all those structures, but I'm pretty sure IDrA was looking over there when he sent that Overlord. So he probably knows about the Temple Archives and the Dark Shrine. So let's see if IDrA is going to be prepared for what Minigun is going to be throwing at him. This is a lot of units and also some Dark Templar. Looks like these Dark Templar are going to be going up here. I'm not exactly sure what's going on. Looks like Minigun is going to take a detour. He's not going to attack it. Obviously, IDrA sees the troop movement. There we go, getting one of those Dark Templar, trapping them. And I'm pretty sure he saw these guys up here as well. Not sure. No, doesn't look like it. Right now, Minigun is going to try attacking with with the bulk of his army. There's one Spore Crawler over here that offers detection for IDrA, but it doesn't look like Minigun wants to attack that expansion. He's going to send that Dark Templar all the way to the north to take care of that expansion. IDrA, in the meantime, moving all his forces up there to deal with that one lonely Dark Templar. And well, Minigun is going to he is getting Sonic Storm right now, even chrono boosting it. Obviously, he has some High Templar as well. This is going to be huge. Those storms are really good if he can lay down the force fields he needs and just storm these Banelings. That's gonna be it, because these Banelings go down to storm so fast. They only have 30 HP, so we're just gonna have to see. Looks like IDrA is indeed getting Zerg Carapace level 3. He's getting Adrenal Glands, and he's getting the armor level, the attacks level 3 as well for his melee. And he's also getting a Greater Spire. Obviously, he probably wants to transition into Broodlords, but will he have time for it? No Ultralisk Cavern on the way yet. So this is pretty interesting. I don't know if those Zerglings are going to be any good. Those storms are going to be just hell to deal with for IDrA, but it looks like he's going to try us around. Great force fields. Oh, that's a lot of force fields. Banelings going in there though. Oh, and the storms are doing so much damage. Everything getting melted. All these units just died almost instantly for IDrA, and all these Corruptors are basically useless right now. The Greater Spire is not up yet. I don't know if IDrA is going to be able to stay in this game until that Greater Spire finishes so he can get the Broodlords he needs. He's saved up a lot of gas, but there we go. The Greater Spire is almost done. He's trying to hold on and stay in this game as best as he can. The Greater Spire is almost up. It's probably going to get sniped. Oh my god. And does he get the Broodlords? No, I don't think he did. No, he did not morph that those corruptors to Brute Force. He just lost the Greater Spire. More force fields being laid down over here. Bailing's basically just being useless, and IdrA leaves the game. No GG again. And wow, great play from Minigun. Just great timing. Great. I don't know. It almost looked like IdrA. I'm not sure if he's been testing these builds out or something in practice games or on ladder, but I haven't really seen him play like this. And he didn't really go for any sort of bailing drops, so I don't really know what to say. Looks like this game was a little bit sketchy from IdrA. I'm not sure if this build has been tested out thoroughly, thoroughly enough, so to speak, to be used in a league, in an official game, in a tournament game. So, yeah. Well, I like to see. I like the fact that IdrA is trying out new strategies and new unit compositions in his games, but at the same time, you need to know if they're worth it. And when you play against someone like Minigun, and Minigun, who has obviously great usage of force fields, then you need to think twice when you're using something like this. So maybe some Roach Hydra composition would have been better than this overall. I'm not exactly sure. Or bailing bombs, as in bailing drops on top of the Protoss army. Anyway, good game from both players. It was a pretty good series to cast. Interesting games, especially game 2 and game 3 have been very interesting. So yeah, that's it for me right now, and I'll see you guys next time. Stay tuned for more videos.